Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be looking at the best 10 brawlers to max out right now inside of Brawl Stars. So these are going to be the brawlers that you want to be putting all of your gears on. So before we jump into today's video, make sure you're using the correct code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, so jumping into the 10th best brawler to max out right now, it is Mortis. So Mortis probably is the most popular brawler in terms of what people have chose to get to like power 10, power 11, because it's one of the most popular brawlers in the game, but it actually is one of the best to max out right now. Assassins are going to be really good with gears on, but especially Mortis with damage and the shield gear is going to be really insane. That combination, just getting the damage, especially when you're really low, is going to help you in your 1v1 matchups, and especially with your bats as well, giving you more damage with them as well. It's just going to lead to even more value with it. And Mortis is just so hard to deal with once he has that shield available. There's not many brawlers that can actually counter him, especially when he's got his bats, he's got his shield, and it's just an absolute menace to deal with. So he's going to be the 10th best brawler to max out. Alright guys, so jumping in at number 9, we have B. So although B is actually good at box standard, she doesn't really need her star powers or gadgets. I feel like she's one of the best brawlers when it comes to maxing her out in terms of how much value you actually get with her. So the speed and the shield gear is going to be absolutely insane on B, and she can even be good with the damage gear as well. So there's 3 of the best gears in the game. She's going to be really OP with all 3 of them. So the main reason why she's so good is on grassy maps like Sneaky Fields, she's one of the best maps on, and just a ton of grassy maps she's going to be really strong on. She can deal with tanks really well, and some of the best mids right now are mids that can deal with aggro really well, and B probably is the best one to deal with all of them. So again, she's just so strong with all of these gears, leading to one of the best brawlers to max out. So now jumping into number 8, we have Byron. So Byron is going to be absolutely insane with the damage and its shield gear. It can be good on grassy maps with its speed gear, but mostly you want to be using the damage and the shield one combined. So Byron is going to be absolutely insane because you can get double the value with the damage gear. Of course, it's going to have additional healing for your teammates, and it's going to have additional damage to the enemies. So that's what you're kind of looking for with his gears and what brawlers to try and push to that power 11, power 10 as quickly as possible, because you want to be getting the most value out of those upgrades, right? It takes a long time to get to power 10 and power 11, so you want to be thinking about these upgrades pretty well. So with Byron as well, he's one of those brawlers which can be really versatile. You can play him as a mid, you can play him as a lane. You're just going to get a lot of value with him. One of the best brawlers in the game right now, and if you're looking to push in Power League, he's one of those brawlers that you can always rely on. So a good brawler to max out right now. Okay guys, so jumping into the 7th best brawler to max out right now, we have Gene. So Gene right now, if you watch any of my recent videos, you would know he's one of the best brawlers in the meta right now, and I feel like he's one of the brawlers that have benefited out of gears the most, especially with that speed gear. He's just absolutely insane. So the main reason why he's such a strong mid as well is because he can deal with aggro pretty well. He's got his knockback, and a lot of times you can just use a pull to counter a lot of different brawlers if you pull them towards your teammates as well. It's also a lot easier to hit your pulls if you're in the grass. You can just think back to the max meta where it's just max Gene Sandy basically everywhere, basically a max speed and a Gene pull. A lot of times you can just auto aim in a hit and easy pull. It's kind of the same here with Gene inside of grass, especially a lot of grassy maps on Brawl and Gem Grab right now. So it's just basically like the ultimate mid. It's kind of up to you what you have in terms of the other gear. Recommend damage and shield as always, but Gene right now is just absolutely insane. You need to max him out. Okay, so now jumping into the 5th brawler, which you should max out first, is going to be Sandy. So Sandy is always going to be one of those brawlers which you need to max out, just mainly because of how strong he is as a lane in those 1v1 matchups with his speed gear on grassy maps. Is just absolutely crazy just because of his mechanic, his normal shot mechanic. It can basically shoot around walls, and it can actually pierce as well. It's just so unique and so strong in those 1v1s, as I said. So make sure you're trying to get him to that power 10, power 11 first. I feel like a lot of people have already done this strategy. He has got nerfed recently, kind of fell down the top rankings a little bit, but it's still really strong speed gear with a stun as well. It's just such an insane combination. Alright guys, so jumping into the 4th brawler, which you need to max out first, it's going to be Rosa. So Rosa right now with his speed gear on grassy maps is near enough unstoppable. It is so broken, so OP. You got to think back to like the max Rosa meta on a lot of maps. You just give Rosa that speed, and she was basically unstoppable. So it's like a mini version of this with a speed gear on those grassy maps. Not a lot of lanes can really counter, especially once she gets that first super. It's just so easy to cycle over and over again. That's why you see a lot of times in Power League or in competitive right now, you just see a Rosa ban a lot of times on the grassy maps, because again, there's not many brawlers that can actually deal with her just constantly speeding up in that grass. She's absolutely insane with that speed gear. Alright guys, so the third best brawler to max out first, it is going to be Tara. So Tara right now is so strong. Definitely a top 10 brawler in the meta right now, seen basically everywhere in Power League, on a lot of gem grab and Brawl maps. The main reason for this is because of his speed gear. You constantly hear me say this over and over again, but speed gear is just insanely broken right now, guys, and especially the brawlers that thrive out at the most, they're going to be the meta brawlers. So Tara is definitely one of these brawlers. So speed gear is going to really help Tara because of course she does more damage up close, but also just because of her super, one of the best supers inside of the game, and there's not many lanes that can really beat her in this type of meta. She has a gadget that can deal with certain things, she has a super that can obviously change around again. Just so many factors about Tara are just so OP, and the main reason for this again is because of that speed gear. Alright guys, so now jumping into the second best brawler to max out straight away, it is going to be Ems. So again, just like Tara and Sandy, the speed gear on Ems is absolutely broken on those grassy maps. You might be thinking, well, there's not all the maps in the game right now are grassy, but a lot of competitive ones, a lot of Power League ones, and a lot of maps in the game right now, especially on Gem Grab and Brawl, are quite grassy, and especially if you're going down the lanes like these type of brawlers are, they're going to benefit out of the speed gear a lot. So Ems is just so crazy right now with that speed gear. You've seen her used basically everywhere right now, not many counters to her, and it's just kind of crazy how strong she is with this. Again, she's going to counter other lanes as well, like Tara, like Sandy. That's why she's even higher on the list than those guys, because she's going to be the better one out of those ones. So yeah, make sure you're getting that speed gear on Ems. Alright guys, so jumping into the best brawler right now to max out, it is going to be Meg. So I feel like there shouldn't be too many surprises here. Recently there was a change with Meg, so basically you're going to get double the value out of your gears with Meg. So in the mech form, you're going to be able to get the value out of the damage gear and the shield gear, or just any gear really, but especially those two gears, because they're two of the weaknesses of Meg, the damage and the health. So obviously Meg doesn't do a lot of damage in the normal form, that's going to help with that gear, but also in that mech form. So you're going to spend quite a lot of time under like 50% HP, so you're going to get a lot of additional damage with that gear, but also with the shield as well. You're going to get that star power and the shield gear when she's in that normal form, so she's going to be even harder to take down. I just feel like once you get that cycle of the mechs, it's just so hard to deal with Meg right now. So definitely make sure if you've got Meg, obviously she's a legendary, kind of hard to get right now, but if you've got her, make sure you're focusing all those power points on her, because she's absolutely insane in this meta. Alright guys, this is going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know down in the comment section below which brawlers you're looking to max out right now, what you think of my list, and also what brawlers you think are the best to max out as well. And also let me know what type of videos you want to see in the future. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video guys. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.